What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we ended up making this super awesome energy condenser where we can convert one type of item that has EMC into another one. So what we were doing is we were making epic bacon, I think is what we were testing out there. So yeah, we're able to do that, but other things we can do, for instance, like making nether stars, those have EMC, although it's a very high amount of EMC. We can make all of the nether stars that we want going forward from other things that we're getting, like emeralds. Yes, so currently we have some chickens going in our resource area, which is over here. Yeah, we have chickens just making resource. So like our emerald chicken, for instance, every 10 seconds or so, I'm not exactly sure what the speed is. It might even be 15 seconds, but whenever this reaches 100%, we're getting 3 emeralds, which is about 50,000 EMC, right? So to me, it seems like it might be an idea to set up a whole lot of these chickens to make emeralds to make EMC for free automatically. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I'm not sure if that's the best way to go about it, but I do know that emeralds are, generally speaking, one of the highest vanilla resources that can give you EMC. And since we can get it essentially for free, I think it might be one of the best options to us right now. If we go into our system here, let's look at emerald. We have approximately 14,000 emeralds already, so you can see that is 232 million EMC that we currently have in emerald form in the system. Should be the same thing about between the blocks, and the blocks show less. Why is the blocks less? That's weird. I don't know. Anyway, we also have 2.1 thousand emerald ore that's ready to be fortune for even more EMC. So this is just stuff that we have in the system already to go. But as far as like the emeralds go, I was thinking we could fill out like the top section of here, make a whole bunch more roofs specifically for emeralds, and we could just start getting those really fast and then look at converting those into EMC. We might do that, but we should probably wait until we need that much EMC. Right now, I am interested in making ourselves more nether stars so we don't have to continue to fight wither bosses for those. So if we come in here, we can grab, I don't know, how about a stack of emerald blocks and throw those in here. And now we have a little over a stack of nether stars, plus some extra EMC left over. And if we wanted to, we could swap that out for something to regain that, or we can just leave it in there. Like we could put epic bacon in here that'll make all the rest of this bar into the epic bacon, for instance. But yeah, now we're able to make nether stars very, very easily, which is fantastic. I like that. So one of the things that I wanted to look at today, Draconic Evolution. I was thinking we should make the advanced dislocator our warpity warp item. This will allow us to warp to different spots in the Minecraft, I guess save, I was gonna say world, but any dimension in Minecraft. So we could go to the nether as long as we set a waypoint. We can go to the mining dimension. We can set specific locations and directions that we're facing. If we want to set our home base so we're right in front of our refined storage system right here, we can set a warp point so when we warp back, we're looking right here and we can have easy access. Yeah, all sorts of things like that. So that is the advanced dislocator, one of my favorite items from Draconic Evolution. So in order to make this, we do need a dislocator, which is not that expensive. So let's make a dislocator. Oh, we need an Eye of Ender. Okay, Eye of Ender and dislocator. Okay, so we have that guy. And then we need 4 draconium ingots, 3 pearls. 4 of these. And 3 pearl. Whoops, I saw them right there. Okay, so there's the 3 pearls. And then we need a wyvern core. In order to make the wyvern core, we need 4 of these guys. And that nether star. I was kind of looking at this earlier and I was like, oh yeah, we're running low on stars. We better make sure we get plenty of those before we run out. Okay, so anyway, back over here, we can split these guys up and just do click, 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 click. And same thing here, click, click, click. And that, whoops, I tried shift clicking, that didn't go in there. That goes there, this guy goes here too. So now that should start up. We should be able to make ourselves the advanced dislocator very, very easily. And that's going to be super, super helpful for us just for quality of life moving around the world. Okay, so there it is. Advanced dislocator get. So that completes a quest for today. Very, very easy. So let's claim our loot. What are we going to get? We get punji sticks. Punji sticks are like spikes. Yeah, I guess they stick to walls. I guess just like extra utility spikes. Anyway, nothing super special about those. Early game mob trap thing. Anyway, so now that we have our advanced dislocator, let's take a look at this. Actually, yeah, shift right click on it. You can see it says fuel 0 and it's got a blinky red light warning. So in order to fuel this up, we need ender pearls, and we have all of the ender pearls, no big deal. So shift right click. So you can add fuel by clicking the button that adds 1 ender pearl. So you'd have to click that however many times you have ender pearls in your inventory, or you can do a shift click and that adds 16 at a time. In this mod pack, ender pearl stacked to 64, so you gotta click it 4 times for every stack of pearls in your inventory. I think 1,000 is more than enough. Let's stop there. Okay, so now we can warp around 1,000 times before we have to add more ender pearls. I think that's pretty good. So now that we're here, I do want to set the home base so we're looking right at this. So whenever we warp right there. So we'll set this to add new, and we'll call this home. We'll do commit. So that saves the thing here, and then you can lock this so you don't accidentally rename it or click set here in another dimension. You're like, oh no, now I can't warp back home, right? So now this is always locked. And if you want to change it, you click the unlock thing again. But anyway, so now we're like over here, we're doing stuff, we're working. It's like, oh, I need something out of the system. We're right here again. So good, I like it. So now we can set this thing for any dimension that we want to. So if we want one in the mining world, we no longer need our portal, or at least we no longer need to go to the portal to go to the mining world. Oop, let's turn off, it's at F7? F7. So yeah, we can set that over here. So we're looking at this stuff, so let's do that. We'll do a new one, add new. We'll call this mining dimension. We'll do commit, lock. So now we can warp home. Now we can do a shift mouse wheel scroll to change the dimension. Or yeah, I guess change the warp point, and then right click again, and we're in the mining dimension. We're gonna fall into the void. Okay, we're fine. No, nobody panic. We're fine. All right, so yes, this is super, super awesome. Now, this is an item that's been in Draconic Evolution for forever, so this isn't anything new. I'm sure a lot of you people have seen it before. Did you? What do you mean, you people? I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this item before, but it is one of those items that, if you haven't seen it before, will change your life, right? Anyway, let's set a waypoint here in the end as well. So we'll do add new. Did I say end? Nether. We'll set it here in the nether, commit, lock it. Cool. So now another thing we could do, let's not do this. Let's use our warp. Go back home. So another thing that we can do is go to the end and set it there so we don't have to use the end cake every time. Actually, right now, I think we can't even use the end cake because of our beacon. Yeah. In order to use this end cake, you have to be hungry. And our beacon is constantly making us not hungry. Does our beacon work if we just remove the saturation, or do we have to have another null modifier here? I actually don't know. Let's remove this. Can we still fly? We can no longer fly. Okay, so that has to be there. There we go. We can fly again. So what we need to do, let's go back home. We need to get ourselves another null modifier. And we'll replace that. All right, back to the mining dimension. Okay, we'll replace the saturation with a null modifier. Null modifier, that guy. Okay, so we're no longer getting saturation, but we still have creative flight. So pretty much at this point, I need to run around, do something, maybe drop. I can't drop from a distance because the what is that? The flight modifier is giving us like resistance to fall damage. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Wait a second. I just went through a full saturation thing. And it didn't go down. Okay, now it's going down. Oh boy. This is going to take a minute. I need to like run, jump, or whatever. So basically, I need to run out of hunger so we can eat that end cake, and then we can set a waypoint in the end. Be right back. All right, guys. So we now have our warp to the end. That took a little bit of time for me to run around and waste all of my hunger, but we did it. Not a big deal. All right, so another thing that I'd like to do, we were talking about getting those emeralds earlier. I would like to start working towards that just a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and punch this roost down. It's got no chicken in it. This guy does, in fact, have EMC. So what I'd like to do is take it over here and duplicate it so we can have quite a few of these things. How many can we make out of that? And it's only costing 688. Okay, we should probably stop. I don't think I need quite this many. But the thing is about items that you convert to EMC, or you convert from EMC, you can always convert them back into something else. So we might have too many of these, but we can go and throw those into like making another nether star or something, right? So you're not really wasting it. It's not like, oh no, I have too many. No, it doesn't really matter because they're all just EMC essentially. So now that we have that, we can start opening this guy up and making this entire wall if we wanted to. Make this entire wall back here out of the emerald chicken, which I think does make a lot of sense. It's just passive EMC that we're getting all the time. The only thing it's going to take is just a little bit of time for us to, you know, place the roost and then make the excess chickens. But since we already have the 10, 10, 10, the only thing we really need to do is use our wand in order to make them breed. Yep. And then we can also just EMC, I think, for wheat seeds. I'm pretty sure those have EMC. Most vanilla items do, so that won't be an issue at all. So yeah, we'll go ahead and fill up like this top row up here, I think, full of the roosts. We do need to place these guys down. Then we also need to place down the conduit as well, the item conduit. Does the item conduit, whoops, item conduit, does this have EMC? It does. So we can make a whole load of these things. Let's do that. Item conduit. We have 67 of them, but it's always good to have more. And since we can do this through EMC, I think it just makes sense to do it. So do that and just make a whole lot more of those guys. Very good. Now you can also take like other items and just throw them in here. And you see that's using these roosts up. That's adding to the amount of EMC that's stored in here. All right, I think that's probably enough. Adding to the amount of EMC that's stored in there. Yep, and it'll be used to convert into other things later. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish adding these guys in, putting the item conduits, start duplicating our emerald chicken, which you just do it like you're breeding the chickens. You know how you always get those excess ones? Yeah. Let's see, where's the emerald? This guy right here. So we'll take these guys out. We'll just put over here like we're breeding them together. But since they're 10, 10, 10s, they don't really do anything except make more 10, 10, 10s of themselves. And then we'll use, obviously, our acceleration wand here to speed up this process like so. And we just get more 10, 10, 10s. Pretty simple. Just going to take a little bit of time. Let me get to it and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so we got a lot of these emerald chickens now. My goodness, it's a whole lot. Yeah, so we have all of these emerald chickens, and I was looking, let's see, if we search for, whoops, don't want that, emerald, if we search for emeralds here, I was looking at this, and it looks like we're getting about 1 million EMC on the stack size about every 10 seconds or so. Yeah, give or take, it's not exact, it's about 1 million every 10 seconds. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's not the best. You can definitely do a whole lot more than that. But for us just passively gaining EMC while we're doing other things, I think this is going to be quite okay. So anyway, now that we have EMC coming in, we can start looking at some other things. Like I did want to check out moving, why am I on this section? I was supposed to be on this one. I would like to start looking at doing the energy condenser Mark II. The Mark II is a little bit better than the Mark I. It makes items nearly instantly, like 1 item per game tick, so like 20 items a second, whereas the other one is a little bit slower. I think it's about that anyway. So MK2, we search for this thing. So the energy condenser Mark II does require the Mark I, so we have to make another one of these. Plus it requires all of these different things like dark matter blocks. So dark matter is made... well, I guess the dark matter block is made from 4 dark matter, and that was made from the ethernalis fuel plus a diamond block, right? So a little expensive to make that, but now that we can EMC for it, it makes it a little bit simpler. So let's go in here, we'll do this, click one of those, click one of these, and there's one dark matter. So we can grab some emeralds that we have that we are just gaining all the time. Actually, let's put these back. Let's grab emerald blocks. Oop, let's try and double click those, it's not going in there. And let's grab emerald blocks. So we'll just use a whole lot of this stuff, probably not all of it at once. But if we put a dark matter here, oh yeah, I was EMCing for those wheat seeds since we were needing more. And what I was doing over here is I put an exporter on our chicken breeder, right? And that's just exporting seeds into the breeder for us. Yeah, it makes life a lot easier. Also, when I was doing this originally to make the emerald chickens, I took the stack that we had and put 8 in each slot, and that was going kind of slow. So I took another stack and filled it up to 16 in each slot, and then we were making the emerald chickens way faster. That made that a lot easier. So anyway, let's come back over here to our energy condenser. So dark matter, we'll throw in a block of emerald, and we'll just convert all those emeralds into dark matter. I guess is that the same price as a star? 139,264? 139,264. It certainly is. Okay, so one dark matter is equivalent to one nether star. I did not realize that before. Anyway, so we have a lot of dark matter. Okay, we'll put that in the system. And then we need red matter too, I believe. Have we made red matter yet? I'm not sure. I know there's a quest for it. Yeah, it looks like we have made red matter. Red matter, but we don't have any in the system. Okay, so in order for us to make red matter, we need dark matter plus the ethernalis fuel. So we'll do that as well. This, one of those. Okay, and that's worth significantly more than a dark matter. Well, I guess probably 3 times more plus whatever this stuff is. Anyway, so let's grab more emeralds, which we have in our inventory. We'll set this to red matter, and we will put in, oops, I didn't click that in there. Let's put in 3 times the amount of emeralds in here so we can get, it should be approximately the stack plus 3 like we were seeing for the dark matter. And a little bit less because of the cost of the other ingredients. But yeah, that's still a decent amount of this stuff. Okay, so now back to the Mark II. We need 3 blocks of red matter. 1, 2, 3, easy. And then we have some left over for later. And then we needed, how many? 3 blocks of dark matter. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 of those. So we have both of, I guess, all 6 of these ingredients ready to go. We need a quantum storage unit. So that's a diamond storage crate. Okay, so let's do this. Quantum storage unit. So we need a diamond storage crate, gold, iron, and then some kind of a chest. All right, so there's this one. Go all the way back here. So that's an iron one. So we need the iron storage, gold storage. I don't know if I've ever used these before. It keeps inventory when broken. I'm kind of curious how good these are, if they're worth making. Let's set one of these down because I don't think I've ever looked at them before. Okay, so it looks like it's smaller than like the diamond chest from Better Storage. Is that what the mod is? Don't we have those in here? Diamond chest? What mod is that? From the iron chest mod. Okay. So it's slightly smaller inventory than that, but it keeps the inventory when broken, which is very, very nice. All right, anyway, let's continue on. So we needed this guy, plus that. There's a what is this thing? A paint mixer from open blocks, interesting. Anyway, quantum storage unit, that's also EMCable. I wonder if it's worth doing that. I don't think so. Anyway, so we have the quantum storage unit. Let's click back in here and press up, and then we can get back to our MK2 thing. Oh, we need 2 of these, so yes, it definitely is worth making more. Let's throw that guy in there. I guess we'll make 9 more. Okay, that's fine. Back to this. So we have the 2 quantum storage units we need. Now we need energy collector Mark III and antimatter relay Mark III. So this guy is going to require some draconic crafting. This guy requires draconic crafting. This guy as well. Okay, so I will get through that. Let's take a look at the other one here, the antimatter relay. So red matter, oh, okay, so obsidian red matter, and then antimatter relay Mark II, dark matter, so it's kind of the same thing, and then the Mark I with the furnace. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and knock through all of this stuff. That's a lot of crafting we need to do. Let me do that real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we are on the home stretch here. We got the Energy Condenser Mark III and the Antimatter Relay Mark III. We are currently making ourselves another Energy Condenser Mark I, and alchemical chest goes there. So yes, charges up. Oh, this other one goes really slow. I forgot about that. That's the first recipe I've had to do so far with that one over there. All right, so there's another Energy Condenser. So this has EMC, so that means we can take an Energy Condenser and duplicate it if we wanted to, right? Or we can just go ahead and take this Energy Condenser and upgrade to the Mark II, which also has EMC, and then duplicate Mark IIs, which I think is what we're gonna do. So Energy Condenser is in there. Let's take a look at the recipe. So that requires the different blocks. So once again, dark matter, let's grab our 3 blocks. Red matter, grab our 3 blocks of that. And then what else do we need here? The 2 quantum, which is right here. And the other things. Okay, so we have everything in our inventory, so let's do that. Oop, I just got achievements. A block that matters, red and shiny. I must have... What did I get here? The power of the sun. So maybe these unlocked after I got this achievement. This one was from getting the glowstone one, the energy collector at one point. Anyway, so let's do this. So 3 of those. We do 3 of these. We do 1 of those. 1 of those, and then we're gonna need 2 of these, so we have to use this guy over here once again. And this one's gonna charge up quite slowly. Yeah, we need to get more of these cryo-stabilized flux ducts on there to get more sides touching so this thing can go faster. But anyway, now that's done. Whoops. Clicking the wrong things. Now we have an Energy Condenser Mark II. Quest complete! Aw, yeah. So let's put this in here. Right, so we can make more of these. I'm not sure how many of these we are going to want. Actually, let's grab blocks. Emerald. I'm not sure how many we want, but I know we're going to want more than 1. At least I have a feeling we are. So a stack of emerald blocks is not quite enough. Let's put in, I don't know, like 3 more. There we go. So there's another Energy Condenser Mark II. So we always have a second one now. That means we can get rid of our original Energy Condenser, should we choose to. Anyway, let's see the difference. So if we put the Energy Condenser Mark II down, they look exactly the same, right? But this guy, you can see on the inventory here, that is quite different. So if we place that here, and I shift click in this block of emerald, it uses it immediately. It doesn't like use each item. So that fills up the bar, right? 3 more. And there we go. And then it makes this, and it's got an output slot here that you can extract from. So this one right here, the input and the output slot is the same thing. This one, the input is over here, output's over here, and it uses the items like as fast as you can put them in there. So it's quite nice. Okay, so now we've seen the difference between the two. They both have EMC, so I probably want to wait until we unlock the transmutation table, and then we can learn both of those, and we never have to worry about keeping an item to make more of it. But yeah, that's not a big deal. So anyway, we have completed this quest over here. So let's claim this, and we're gonna get the best item in the game, which is 12 yellowite ore. Okay, maybe not the best item in the game. I was getting my hopes up for nothing. Wah wah. All right, so anyway, if we come back in here, we got like red matter tools that we can make, red matter armor, dark matter armor. Once again, what's a recipe for the transmutation table? Is that something that we can start doing just yet? No. We have to get into Avaridia so we can get the neutronium nuggets. That requires energy condensers, so it's a good thing I did not get rid of that one since we are going to have to make multiple. In fact, it might be a good idea if we take our Mark 1 here. Somebody said, you know what, let's try and get that EMC out of there. I will do that in the form of 1 emerald. Okay. And we'll just lose 10k EMC, not a big deal. Okay, so we can place the energy condenser here. And then place in... Okay, we're going to need a few blocks of emeralds. How about that many? No, more than that. Okay. Well, there's 3 of them. We definitely want more than 3. So, emerald. Let's grab another few stacks of blocks. We'll just have extra in the system. And again, you know, if we make too many of these things, we can always convert the EMC back into something else. So it's not like we're just wasting it. Let's grab a few more blocks here and get rid of all the excess EMC that's in there. Emerald. It's like 1 or 2 more blocks should do it, I think. 1 block. Pretty good. Okay, so now we have 20 of these energy condensers. And again, we can always convert those back into EMC into some other item, so it's not like we're really wasting it. So yeah, we have plenty of those for this recipe later on. Dark matter is fine. So HDPE, so we're going to have to start getting into mechanism in order to do this. Pixie dust means we're going to have to get into a little bit more Battanian than what we've done before for that. That's fine. Energy collector, you know what? I was looking at those energy collectors and I was thinking to myself, we should probably duplicate it since it has EMC because we're probably going to need those later. And we are going to need at least one later. I guess that's the only other time we're going to need it is for this. So it might make sense to not really worry about it. I mean, it's not like it's a super difficult recipe. We can just knock that out, whatever. Ender Star. So Dragon Breath. Yeah, this was... Didn't we have to make one of these previously? I feel like I needed one of those for something else just recently. Maybe not. So we're going to be using a lot of those for the transmutation tablet and for the transmutation table itself. So it might make sense to make a few of those. Anyway, back to the table. Quantum storage unit. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff in here, but none of it is like super difficult. Now, the neutronium does not have EMC, and the only way to get this is through the neutron collector. Let's take a look at that recipe. This is from Avaridia. That has EMC, so we can make one and then make a whole bunch of them. So to make one of those, we need to get into extreme crafting, and this really isn't that bad. Crystal matrix ingots, so some nether stars and some diamonds. Redstone, quartz, and iron. Yeah, it's not super difficult, but it does cost around 3 million EMC to do it. So that'll definitely be a thing that we'll look at here in the future. Is there quests for Avaridia in here at all? I don't think there are. It doesn't... Oh, no, there is. And that is one of the next quests over here is to make the extreme crafting table. Can we start into that? Extreme crafting? I think we can. I think we should do that. Let's go ahead for the final thing today. Let's make the extreme crafting table. So we need a double compressed crafting table. We need crafting table. Let's just use EMC for this. So we'll make one crafting table. We'll grab some emeralds. Let's fill up our inventory once again with a bunch of these. Not the ores, just the blocks. All right, so one crafting table is going to go in here. And now we have all the crafting tables. So once again, in this mod pack, since we unlock our crafting thing here, we can hover over it with our mouse and press K to compress them. So now we got compressed crafting tables. I'll do that with all of these. Make some more room. Probably way too many of these, but it's not a big deal. These have EMC as well. Anyway, so we have that. So now we can press K on this guy. And now we get the double compressed crafting table. That's what we were looking for. So crystal matrix ingot. We don't have a recipe for that. So let's go ahead and make 4 diamond lattice. And we'll... Whoop, not that. We will make one of these. Okay. So we're going to want an EMC for this guy as well. So let's throw in these. Plenty of those 2 stacks. Awesome. So I think we should have everything together now to make the extreme crafting table. Put all these extra guys away. Might make sense to like just throw that in there, get rid of them. I don't think we're going to need those anymore. The extreme crafting table does have EMC, so we can make more of those should we need it. And we did get a quest complete. So it's a 9x9 crafting table. Interesting is what the quest says. So if you place that down, you look at it, yes, this is all the crazy extreme crafting stuff. Does this have the auto extreme? EXTREME crafting. No, it doesn't look like there's the auto extreme crafting table in here. Anyway, let's go to our quest book and we will claim this. We'll pop it and we get compact giant chance cubes. 7 of them. That's a lot. Not sure if we're going to do that. Chance cubes, while they can give you things that are useful, they're very much useful for early game, and more likely than not, they do bad things. So we're probably going to save that for a lot later. Anyway, so Energy Condenser Mark II, Extreme Crafting Table. Guys, we got some good stuff done today. I have made some changes around the base a little bit. You can see there's pathways here, and then over, I think it's behind me over here. Ugh, it's hard to navigate like this. Backwards. Back over here where our smeltery is, I did open up this room a bit so it matches the other ones. It's 25 by 25 room. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at this, rearrange things. We needed a spot to put machines. Like, we had our thermal expansion machines over here, just a couple of them, right? But we have more over in the chicken area, and we really just needed a machine room. So I figured it was time to like open this up. But yeah, there's a lot of things here that don't really make sense and doesn't look very good anymore. We'll have to fix that. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.